JT would come over and like give him all these tips, and they'll grill together, like kind of like they're married. I don't know. They have a weird relationship. I don't know how to explain it. They've known each other for so long. So like, yeah, they talk to each other like they're like little kids.
So Vince teaches JT the Italian like dishes, and JT teaches Vince how to grill,
How to yeah,
barbecue
meat.
Welcome to Never Offside. Today we are speaking with Hillary Trocheck, who both of us have never met before. So it's really fun to get to know somebody new, who we have so many friends in common with. But yeah, what a start to 2026, Jules. We're kind of swimming right now.
It's so crazy. Like from last week's recording to this week, it felt like we had 2 days in between.
Yep.
But getting Hillary on was such a thrill for us because we were both at Winter Classic. So we really wanted to talk to somebody who had like a New York Rangers kind of side to the whole experience, while I had the Panthers side. So excited to get to talk to her today. And I do think I briefly met her in Pittsburgh when like they were coming home from their off season and we were leaving. Mm-hmm. It was one of those quick things, but such a blur. I did not know anything about her. So our conversation with her and the excitement for the Olympics coming up is just awesome. So that'll be up next. But we have the short week we had, which was a regular week.
It was a regular week. It did not feel like one.
Action packed. Yeah. Like if anybody follows me on Instagram here and saw my morning post that I have been trying to make a smoothie for my kids like this entire, like for the last 4 days. And I'm like, why isn't our blender working? Why isn't our blender working? And I did not put the freaking blender part in with the blades. I have been turning the blender on without the insert that chops everything up for 4 days.
What?
And today, yeah, go look at it because that is where my mind is at, and that is
this
how I've been functioning.
Yo, like we need a Sage 2026 because Stella got sick for the first time. We've just had like stuff. It kind of like the blender. Like things just aren't working.
The blender, it's my brain. Let's sage my brain. We're 12 days in and my brain needs to be saged already. We got an issue.
This has been nuts. I have kind of a crazy story from a couple days ago. What is it? Monday today that we're shooting. But so Saturday was a day game. It was a 1 p.m. and I love a 1 p.m. Saturday game. Those are just so much fun. And for some reason, I can never make it. Like something happens or like I just can never go enjoy a 1
She's
p.m.
waking
game.
up at 12.
No, maybe. No, I'm kidding. But no, in this particular last few games, something just always has happened. And it's like kind of barred me from going. But so this one, I had one of those days, kind of like the blender day, where just like nothing was working. Stella,
Blender day.
It was a blender day.
Yeah.
Yeah. Just like things kept falling in the house. Like it was just like a weird day. And so I finally made it in time to go to the third period. And I got in the Uber and I had the craziest panic feeling as I was on the way to the game. Like I was freaking out. Like I couldn't. I could not. I asked the Uber to pull over the side of the road and I ran home.
What?
But it was a feeling where I was like, I should not go to this game. Like I just had this crazy, I should not be there. Like it won't be good if I'm there. Like I had the craziest feeling.
So what?
When you see the side of the road that I made this Uber get out on, you'd be like, you got out there. Then Ty ended up scoring like a huge goal, and then he scored the winning OT goal, and it was like a beautiful comeback game.
So do you think that's the reason why you shouldn't have gone to the game?
Yes, 1,000%.
So he
call me crazy, but I
thought you were gonna say like you got home and like your house something like
no, I got
was
home
broken into.
Nope. The second I stepped in the door, Felicia Wenberg texted me and she was like, "Woohoo!" And I was like, "Okay, good." So I made the right decision. Great.
Kat is the MVP. Screw Tyler, who's scoring the winning goals. It's because Kat. turned around.
Well, it's because, I'll give it to Stella. Stella was kind of making me nervous because she was sick. She's
you
great
really
now.
had me going like there was something concerning going on.
No, it would have been concerning if I went and we just lost in front of my eyes. Like, that's what the concern would have been. I got out and sprinted home and then I got another text from her as soon as I got upstairs, got Stella. I got like this, oh my God, did you see it? I'm like,
hey,
no.
I never want to see you at another Sharks game again because the boys are rolling.
I know. I went yesterday and they lost and I was like, damn it. I need to shake this superstition.
You need to not go anymore.
Yeah.
The number one Sharks fan who cannot go to the games.
God, the sprinting home, I must have looked nuts. But it's fine. We won. Ty had a great game that I didn't see. We came home to success, and all because superstitions run our lifestyle. It's kind of also, you and I love that trend that every girl is doing, all the wives are doing.
I love that. I keep trying to think of how to do it.
Yeah, it's like you film your guy on the ice, and you're like, he doesn't know it yet, but he's got to do the laundry when he gets home.
I love that.
Those are funny. So I did the oppo. And I took my mom was there, so she took the video. And I was like, he already knows that I did not see this.
That is so funny.
So I did the opposite. But you have so many good ones to do. You need to.
I know. I really do.
Done.
I was thinking about it like as we were like me and the four boys were watching the game the other day. Mm-hmm. Being like, he doesn't know it yet, but I'm resenting the fact that I still have to put the four boys to bed by myself.
Yeah. He knows that.
I mean, does he? I'm like resenting him hard while he's playing a game. I'm like, damn.
Yeah, those
no.
They're pretty funny because they are like they're kind of just showing
the things that I would be like, he doesn't know this yet, but he's gonna have to put a rug under a bed when he gets home from this game.
Oh, that's the worst.
Like the laundry folding. Like every time.
There was a girl in Calgary. I don't know her personally, but she had a funny one where it was like, he doesn't know that he needs to win this game because I really want to go out tonight or something funny. Like, it was a funny kind of like, I want to go out. So can they win this game? She mixed it up too. So
that's funny.
To the girls that started this trend, we applaud you. It's pretty damn funny.
I know. I think it was Emily Raquel from Pittsburgh. She's hilarious. That girl makes me laugh so much. I clicked with her so fast in Pittsburgh, and her humor is just the best. So when I saw hers, and then she did like the follow up of him actually folding the laundry.
Genius.
After it was just epic. So cheers to those gals because that's creative content making there.
I agree.
Well, I am just on the final countdown of this road trip being over.
And now Ty is about to go on the road trip to your neck of the woods.
To my side of town, yeah.
These long road trips to lead up to the Olympics, of which our guests
I know the season has been so wild because of the smashed condensed schedules, but we're going to be like ships passing in the night because Jeff comes home and then I'm leaving with the boys to go up to Michigan and take Boyd to a hockey tournament up in Canada. The little Florida boys unlocked their Silver Stick final tournament in Sarnia. So they're very excited and we're headed up there.
Oh my God, you're hockey momming it.
Oh yeah.
A very long time. How long are you going?
I mean, we're Wednesday to Monday. So, I mean, part of it's just to go home for, bookend days.
Yeah.
But yeah,
so
that's what's crazy.
Yeah. Okay. One last thing before we get to our guest. We had so many fun fan questions last week, and we just didn't get to a lot of them. So I had one that really stuck out because I think Julie thinks about this a lot too, and I haven't told her yet. Who was the guest of all of our guests who we prepared most for? I have an answer. I think I know your answer, but
in my defense right now, I need a little bit more time to think about this, but because my brain is still in a blender.
Blender
blender brain, remember that? But like my initial reaction was like, I think we prepared the most for Gary because it was like our first one. How do we do this? What do we ask this guy? We were also like in a TV studio, so it was like, how do we sit? Not talk over each other. You had an earpiece. Like there was a lot of prep for that, but that's like an easy answer because it was our first one. What's yours?
Well, I think we do equal. Obviously, we do tons of prep for everybody, but mine actually, I think it was Jess Campbell because I really,
Yeah.
I had never met her before, and I really wanted to know the whole way that we got to where we were, and I did not know that as much,
Yeah.
And so I think it was Jess because
That's a good one.
Yeah,
I would agree with you that we did a lot of recon there.
Yeah.
Because there were so many avenues to cover, and it was really at the time where like the fact that she was going to give us time, I was like, we cannot screw this up. Sort of
yeah.
thing.
Sometimes we just don't want to screw stuff up, so you kind of overdo the prep.
And more with like
easier,
the wives, like we prep for the wives interviews and girlfriends, but those are like a lot more relaxed, and like we kind of flow with those as if we were all together having a drink or grabbing a coffee together. Like I feel like, or a matcha, sorry. But yeah, that's a good one. Jess Campbell for sure.
Yeah, I think it was Jess. Shout out Jess. I just saw her last week. She's amazing.
Yeah.
Okay.
Cool. That's
Cool.
a great question. I love these little random fan questions. Well,
I know, me too. I'll sprinkle some in each episode, I think.
yeah, definitely. Well, we're going to chat with Hillary Trocheck next about all things Olympics, her business statement threads, and everything in between from Vinny's cooking and all the things New York City. So that'll be up next. Welcome back to Never Offside. We are joined by Hillary Trocheck, wife of Vincent Trocheck of the New York Rangers. We are so excited to chat with you today.
Thank you. I'm excited to be here.
Quick question. Can we call him Vince, Vincent, Vinny? Like what
He'll
do we
go
call
by
him?
anything. You can call him whatever.
I was
He's good
having
with
a
anything.
lot of fun with the prep. I'm like, Vincent, Vinny. Like, what do I...
I call him Vincent, like if I'm being serious, but he's Vincent to me. I never call him Vinny. His family really calls him Vincent because his dad is also a Vince. So he's Vincent, his dad's Vince. So he's Vincent to me usually.
Okay.
Proper. Okay.
Yeah.
Thank you for the clarification. Well, we are just so thrilled to have you here today. I know all of our schedules are wild. That's just one thing that we wanted to talk about. You are a mother of two, an entrepreneur, and your cute little office. I've done some deep diving into all of your things. We want to talk about statement threads. We want to talk about your love for horses. But I think we need to go back to you and Vinny have known each other forever.
Yes, it's been a long time.
You guys met in high school?
Yep, second hour economics class. We met junior year of high school.
Oh, wow.
And
you guys are both from Pittsburgh?
No, I'm from Saginaw, Michigan, actually. He was in the OHL, and their team came to our school just that year, and yeah, he walked in. Well, he actually walked by the classroom and was like, he screamed in, "That's my class," and then like ran away, and I don't know, I guess I fell in love with him. That's so ridiculous.
Oh my God. We thought you guys were all Pittsburgh like that. Yeah. Okay, that's great to know. Wow.
No.
Yes. A Michigan gal. I love that. I feel like I
Yes.
claim Michigan now. I'm from Texas, but Michigan has been home in the off season for forever since I went to Michigan State. So I love that. That was something new I didn't know.
Yeah.
Yes.
So was it
Yes,
love at
Michigan.
first sight? Was it how did you guys start dating in high school from that? Then it was probably
Yeah,
long
I think
distance?
I think it was MySpace that we had. And I messaged him and I was like, "Hey, if you want a tour around Saginaw, I can take you around." Like, there's like 3 streets, so there's nothing to see. And apparently, yeah. So I messaged him, and he's like, "Yeah, for sure." And, he did not have his license. It took forever to get his license, so I drove around and showed him around. But yeah, we just started dating then. We broke up in college, but yeah, we started off pretty young.
We had a
Go
couple
ahead.
fan questions asking what he was like in high school. Like, what's he like? Vinny
He's
T?
definitely aging much better. Like, he was I don't even know how to explain him. He was pretty cocky. Yeah, I don't know. He's like toned down a lot now. He was kind of a wild young guy.
I love you were attracted right to the wild side. Wait, so is there anything like I go back to when I met Jeff, which I met him first day of freshman year at Michigan State, and like Jeff, I learned at the time, I thought he just had like a really nice hockey flow. He had a perm. Like my husband had a perm. Like I was like, oh my God, no way. So like, was there anything like that like you were like, this has got to go? Like a hairstyle, like something, anything?
Not really. I didn't love his hair that short. He had it long most of the time too. No, not really. Not really.
No.
When we broke up and got back together, like I saw him after, I don't even know how long it was. It was a long time. He had like all brand new teeth before his teeth were like crazy messed up. He had like perfect teeth. When I saw him, I was like, oh, that's good. So he definitely changed that. But no, there was nothing like that. Nothing like a perm.
Oh, yeah. I was
Okay,
like,
so-
Wild.
That's crazy. You've never told me that, Julie. The NHL right now style is trending. So we were trying to ask a few style questions. So he definitely had a glow up then, that means.
Oh yeah, he's aging really well. Yeah, that anytime I see an old picture, I'm like, holy moly, I can't believe it.
or when the league does like aging of the guys through pictures, it's the craziest thing to see.
So crazy.
What do you guys think of the change in, what do we call it, dress code? What are we calling that again?
He loves a suit. I don't think he'll ever give it up. He actually is starting to wear some sweaters, but he loves a suit. He's got a ton of them. He like feels like that's just gets him ready for the game. He did not like that change. I know a lot of people loved it, but he was like, this is no, he's in a suit every game.
Yeah.
He's gotten rid of the coat sometimes, but he likes it.
I think like Jeff's the same way. Like he feels like kind of naked if he's not going, but he is starting to get way more comfortable in like a sweater. And I'm like, oh,
Yeah, he's like, I have no idea what to pick out. If I have to go and pick out like a normal street outfit, like it's not very good. He can put a suit together, but that's about it.
I think that's probably like, it's kind of half skis, like with the league. I feel like half of the guys are like showing their style and the other half are just like, oh.
Yeah, yeah, that's got to be intimidating too, because some of them have like wild style.
Seriously.
Yeah.
Yeah. Okay, so you guys broke up in college. You got back together. So then when did you move into this hockey world, I guess, together?
My. So it was like 2015 or 16. In 2016. I was working at Ford in Michigan. So I was full on working. I just bought a house. And he was like, you need to come. Like, we can't do this long distance anymore. You have to come. And I was like, I have things I want to achieve before I move with you. Because I know once I go, it's like game over. Like, it's just whatever you need to do. So I bought a house, lived in the basement for a little while, and then rented it out and sold it and moved down with him.
And you guys moved to he was in
Florida,
Florida, right?
Mm-hmm. Yep,
All
right
right.
down to Fort Lauderdale. It was awesome. I was so excited to not be in the cold weather anymore.
Yeah. I can attest. It is that is where I am in Fort Lauderdale, and it is
So jealous. It's
the
beautiful.
dream.
Oh, it's the dream.
Well, speaking of, you both were just at the Winter Classic.
Yeah.
So we got Julie's side on everything Panthers last week. We kind of wanted your side of just everything that you guys did as a team. Just kind of your point of view from the Winter Classic.
It was awesome. The Rangers really spoil us. So they took care of pretty much everything. They flew us all down together on the plane, which was really fun. There's a lot of kids. It was like pretty crazy, but that was really fun. So we all came down together, and then they had a huge New Year's Eve party planned for us. So that was fun. And I brought the whole family with me. It was at our hotel too. So it was so easy just to like go downstairs and go to this big party. That was really fun. The skate was really fun. They just made it really seamless for everything. The hard part was the time. Like, it was pretty late for my kids. Like, they're getting older, but still, a late game is
the 8 p.m.
tough.
start was tough. For
Yeah, and
everyone.
it was like a big intro too, so it took a while. But no, it was awesome. It was the coolest experience. The last outdoor game we had, we were at MetLife here, and it was like freezing cold. It was like chaos. It was so hard to get in and out. So like this was pretty seamless. It was so cool. The family loved it too.
Your son doing that video was pretty funny.
So funny. That was so funny. He loves that. He wants to be a YouTuber. He's like, he'll like do anything. Like really wants to be a YouTuber. He like wants to make a short all the time. And he thought that was really cool.
That is
really
adorable.
But he's convinced no one is faster than Vince. He's like, no one's faster than Dad. So I don't know why I had to ask everybody that.
Except for Quickie. Quickie apparently
Yeah, right.
thinks that
Yeah,
he's
right.
faster. And
That's
so does
adorable.
Cashin.
So
No,
funny.
he was really good at it. Like he had no problem to asking those questions like boldly to every guy. It was fabulous.
Yeah.
So
Yeah, and they hit him with that like on the day of. He didn't care at all. He was like, yeah, for sure. I'll go around doing that.
overall, do you have any hot takes from the Winter Classic? Like any just from taking it in, do you have any like hot takes from it?
The whole setup that they had, like the ice on it, the whole, was it, the baseball field? It was just, it looked like, what did my sister say? Like Barbie Dreamland. Like everything was just, like, the detail was wild. It was beautiful. And they had half really cold weather, half warm weather stuff. Like just the detail that they went in was really cool. The whole arena looked awesome.
Oh, we have an insider Rangers question also from the Winter Classic that we couldn't debunk last week. The necklace that was given, like that. Like,
I don't know. I need to ask. I need to find out. I have no idea, but he wore it for like a while. And it looked really heavy.
yes.
That was wild. Yeah,
Like the bling chain.
That was amazing.
Yeah, they gave it to him because he was the first to ever get a hat trick, I think, at the Winter Classic. That was so cool. I don't know. He wore it for a while.
Did you see it up close? Was it like
He got on the bus with that's why I don't know. I don't know if it was heavy. It looked kind of heavy, but he got on the bus with his big jacket and this huge chain. But I don't know. It looks pretty heavy, but I'll have to ask Irma, his wife. It's so funny.
We need to get your son to go interview him and wear the chain and see what it.
Oh my gosh, it'd be like as big as him. It was huge.
Let's get a YouTube short on that going.
that would be great actually. Okay, another thing at Winter Classic that you both did that I was just sitting at home watching you all.
We were wag talking.
Yeah, you guys
Oh,
were wag
my.
talking.
Yes,
I
we
have
were.
so many questions. Did you? Okay, so you both got asked. I DM'd with her a little bit too. Did you study a little bit before either?
I looked up a couple things about him, just like make sure. I'm like, I don't want to like look like a complete fool. I'm like,
Same
if I get
here.
stumped something super simple, I'll look like such a fool.
Yeah.
No, but there were like it wasn't as bad as I thought. I was actually pretty nervous for that. Like anything on the spot, I'm like, great.
Wait, I
have
feel
no idea.
so
It's like
much better knowing that you did a quick like once over. I did like a quick hockey DB, like ran through like the stats. I'm like, I know the places he played. I know
Yeah.
this, but like if she asked me a specific number,
Right. Yeah, like
I don't even know what day it is. Like,
Yeah, no, I'm the same.
But
Exactly. That.
you nailed it. I actually got. I did not give my husband enough credit for
goals. The
goals he
goals.
scored in a year, and I literally knew. I like saw my oldest son like skating by, and I was like, "Boyd, come here! Like I know you know this." So
I mean,
it
it
was
was funny.
cute.
I was
It was-
reading all of the comments of both of yours, and just people were so impressed by you both. But it was just funny because
just
Yeah, right.
we've been with him since forever.
Right.
We should know these things.
Right, and it's everything is about them. So like that should just be like I should know that like right off the top of my head everything
Yeah.
about him.
I want to be like, you didn't ask his favorite flavors in. Like, you want to
Yeah,
know
or-
that?
Exactly. This is imported. I don't
Yeah.
even- This weird box.
well, it's good to
dying.
know that you both study a little bit. Because
Yeah,
when
I
told
feel
Ty-
better. I was like,
Yeah.
I'm so, like, I was literally on the bus, like, I got to look at this. Like, I can't believe we're about to walk in. And my kids are like, Mom. And I'm like, hold on. Check your
Yeah.
dad's stats.
Seriously, when she first messaged me, I was like, absolutely not. There's no way. And I was like, all right, maybe it'll be okay. Because I was like, I don't know him at all. There's no way. I'm gonna get everything
You nailed
wrong.
it.
Well, because I heard some of the older girl, like the other girls' interviews, and I was like, I wouldn't know that. There's no way. I would
Right.
not know that.
Yeah, like what was his second coach ever?
Yeah.
on the like. Yeah,
No.
I feel like some.
How many goals did he have 3 games ago? Like I have no
Yeah,
idea.
no, don't ask.
Yeah.
Don't ask.
You have a business, a clothing line. Can you explain it, please?
Yeah, so I make custom clothing for really anyone. Mostly families of players. I've done different sports now too, which has been really fun. But yeah, it's custom clothing. It's really fun.
I love what you're doing. It's so cute. And to see a bunch of the Detroit girls, I think, got stuff at the beginning of the year. And like, because I'm following them, obviously, they're like my girlfriends. I'm like, you are just nailing it with these
Thank
little
you.
pieces. And for the kiddos, it's just like the cutest thing ever. So, and I'm sure after like even doing, the WAG talk and there's more eyes on you, so you better get yourself a helper. 'Cause-
So I'm kind of trying to work on that. It's hard for me. Like, I'm kind of like a control freak, and I didn't want it to be like huge, so I wanted to be able to maintain it while like being a mom and taking my son to hockey and all that. But yeah, it's kind of getting a little bit more busy than I was ready for. So that's my goal after the Olympics, to train a couple people and like expand a little bit.
That's awesome.
But there's a lot to that. I mean, I can't even imagine your line. It's hectic.
Well, it's hectic, but we have a team. Again, you need helpers. You need other people that have strengths and can do things, because like you said, it's like you're a mom first, and that's what I am too. Like, I want to be there for everything for them, and you gotta like let go of the control, which is so hard when it's your baby too. Like, this is another baby. But how did you get into it? Because when did it start?
It was 2 seasons ago during the playoffs. I just started making stuff for the kids, and then other people asked me. They're like, "Can you make this for whatever?" I made like a couple jackets, and then I made like these bags for us to wear to the outdoor game, because we had to have a clear bag. So I made that, and it just like got way more crafty than I thought I was, and. Yeah, I was just during the playoffs, I was like, whatever. It was literally like day 1 of like the first game. And I was like, let's launch an Instagram. Like, I just put it online, and like it kind of took off.
So cool. And it's statement threads.
Yes.
Oh my God.
I feel like that's just the way you have to do things, because if you sit there and overthink it, you'll talk yourself out of it, and then you're going nowhere if you just keep thinking about it.
Exactly.
So, that's awesome. I love seeing it grow, and I think you're going to do some really amazing things. And let's get a collab with Line Change going, because you're
would be
like
so fun.
the custom queen. So that's fun.
That'd be fun. Yeah. I'm in anytime.
I love it. I love your workspace too. I'm very jealous of your,
it's too small though. It's like, it is in home, which is great, because like I'll put the kids to bed and I can bop it in here and out. But like, it's getting too small for me. I need like a warehouse,
so
which is what I was trying to avoid. But yeah,
you cannot avoid it.
No.
That's awesome. Okay, well, so you touched on this, but Olympics is coming up. A very, very big accomplishment. That is so exciting. I have so much to ask. I feel like everybody I know who's like husbands are going to be in the Olympics, I'm like, how are we feeling? Like, how logistics? How do you pack?
How
are you getting there?
How to pack? Oh,
are you worried about the ice conditions?
I'm worried about like the whole entire trip. I mean, like, I tried not to think about it at all until like we heard about the roster, because I was like, I don't want to get excited. I have no idea what's going to happen.
Right.
I was like thinking about vacation too. So like I was like not thinking about it really. Didn't look anywhere in Milan. I had no idea. I don't know anything. So when they told him, it was like we had like 4 days to tell him how many tickets we needed. Like if we're going on the plane with them, like it's so hectic, like very fast. And I mean, luckily our families kind of like got it together, because everybody's going. We have a big family. But they handled it pretty well, and we got like an Airbnb pretty quickly. But it was like it was crazy right away. And like we were at the Winter Classic, like celebrating. I was on a boat, and I was like, "Holy shit! There's like a deadline like next week that we have to do."
Yeah.
Where were you when he got the call? Like, how'd that all go down?
He was. They had a day game that day, and I was on the bus coming from. When we landed on the airplane, off the airplane, coming to the Winter Classic. So I was on the bus to the hotel, and he texted me. He's like, "Can you keep a secret?" And I was like, "I don't know. What is it?" I was freaking out. So we found out after the game.
Secret.
Yeah, and I knew people were getting calls. Like I was hearing about the calls, and I was like, "Oh my gosh, she's not going to know till after the game if he is or not." But yeah, so that was wild. I was like trying so hard. Then it was New Year's Eve, and it was just a big party. Then the whole weekend was a big party. And then I came back. I'm like, oh my God, I have to plan to Italy now. And I've never been to Europe. I've never been to Italy. Vince has never been to Italy. So like, this is
his first time in Italy with oh my God.
And a huge Italian family.
Yeah, and he's like the most Italian guy ever. Yeah. So
how many people do y'all have going? Like,
so I requested 12 tickets.
Okay.
I don't know if they're going to give me that at all. I don't even know. I don't know how many I'm allowed to even have, but I just put it all out there.
Yeah, obviously grandma is
She's not gonna come. She's not gonna come. She's getting a little bit older, and she just thinks it might be too much for her, so she's not gonna come.
Oh,
She's
But,
probably so
yeah.
excited to watch it, though.
Oh,
my
she's so
God.
excited. She can't wait. Yeah, so his mom, dad, sisters, and my mom and dad and sister are coming, so it's gonna be sweet.
Oh,
It's
my
gonna be
gosh.
so neat.
What
Yeah.
a
So
homecoming.
and Team USA, because I've heard through some other girls, like there's a family plane going, or you guys all go over with the players. Is that what?
A lot of us, it sounds like a lot of us are just flying over on the charter with them. Some people are going like a week later, like kind of before the games start. But yeah, a lot of people with the kids are like, no, we're going to go with him. We need help.
Yeah,
Has the group
maximize the
chat
time.
started?
Yes.
Yes. Okay. So we're
Yeah.
on group chat.
It was like total panic. Everyone's like, how are you getting there? What day, where are you staying? Like, are you staying at the team hotel? Like, it was just like really hectic in the beginning. And then people started talking about clothing and more fun stuff. So it's
Yeah.
it's
So
gonna
are
be good.
you heading up that kind of venture?
I
or?
said a couple things that I'm gonna make for them.
Yeah.
At first I was like, I can't do it. I'm not gonna do it all because it was a lot last year, and I'm like still catching up from Christmas orders, but I like couldn't resist. So I made a couple designs, and I'm doing just a few things, but I tried to not overdo it because I'm not.
You
want to
enjoy
working
it too.
Yeah.
Well, okay. So when did you find out that JT made it as well?
Just shortly after that, I saw him when getting off the bus because he came with us down because he wasn't playing. I just gave him a big hug. We were like trying not to make a big deal, but it was really cool.
Oh,
My gosh. So that New Year's
Yeah.
Eve party must have just been such a
Yeah.
freaking
Yeah. And my mom's 70th birthday is while we're there, and she just like ran around telling everybody, he's going to get this my birthday. I'm like, Mom, can you buy please stop? I think she like went up to the head coach and said that. I was like, Mom, like please don't please stop. This is not about you. Go to your hotel. Oh, so yeah, everybody was really excited.
oh, that's going to be so special. There's just nothing better than the Olympics, and
I can't wait.
I just, it's because it's hard to believe that the NHL players have not played in it in so long, and just having that back after Four Nations was such an amazing just pump of adrenaline. Like, I just can't even imagine the emotions that are going to run through it. We might have to circle back with you post
I
Olympics.
can't imagine like the Four Nations was like way more intense than I thought it would be. So I can't imagine what this is going to be like.
Oh my gosh! Well,
Are you obsessively looking at like the updates on the arena like we all are?
No, I'm afraid to look at that too because I'm like, we're gonna get there and they're gonna cancel the whole thing. I don't know. No. Yeah, I don't. Yeah, that does not sound good.
you just might not have a bathroom. You might want to bring like some
Yeah,
pull-ups
I
or
saw
something
one
for your
video of
kids.
the arena like up, and I was like, oh, God, I don't know. I don't know what it is. I have no idea what to expect at all, and I can't speak any Italian at all either. So it's gonna be interesting.
Oh my gosh.
Well, you'll have memories and stories to tell. So let's definitely circle back. And speaking of, and you guys touched on it, but the Millers are y'all's best friends. And I think like you guys all live in Pittsburgh in the off season still, right? Or are you staying
They
more?
sold their Pittsburgh house. So
Oh,
they're just
okay. So
yeah.
so no more. Because I think we might have met or like in passing at like a baseball game when y'all were coming home from a season. We lived there for like 5 seconds.
we were at the kids' Leo's baseball game.
Yeah, and the boys were like, my boys were trying to figure that out. They're like, don't we know the Trocheks? I was like, that's a very
I think my son took your son's spot when you left. And
when we
came
left,
home.
right?
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah.
So we were trying to figure that out. My boys were like chiming in. I was like, I don't really remember. Everything was a blur.
Yeah.
So like with the Millers being in New York, JT being like how fun is it to have your best friends? Like,
It's really fun. It's been really fun. They don't live that far away. When they first moved in, they were renting a house right across the street. So, like, we were walking back and forth a lot, which was really fun. No, it's been really fun.
well, yeah, Natalie did her when she was on our podcast. She did it from this room, I think.
Yes,
I think she did. She was in, she was, I think she was in here. Yeah, they lived with us. They first lived with us, all of them. And then they rented like right across the street. Now they're like 4 minutes away. They're like still super close.
What was your reaction when they called you and said, we're coming to New
Oh,
York?
it was crazy. There was like so many rumors and like, it was like a month of like crazy rumors. I went there. I went to Vancouver for her birthday. And because I was like telling her, I was like, I'm never coming out there. It's too far away. I'm never coming out there. And then JT like surprised her with all of her friends out there. So I was like, all right, I'm gonna go. And thank God, because they got traded right after that. And I mean, unless we get traded there, like I'm not gonna go out there. I don't think. So it was like once in a lifetime to go out there too. So that was awesome. But she called me freaking out. She was absolutely freaking out, like screaming her head off, freaking out. And then she came like right away. I was like, are you gonna finish the school year out? Like, what are you gonna do? And she's like, no, we're coming immediately, like now. But it was like 4 nations too. So she like came there. It was wild.
Right. And you guys had how did y'all know each other from before?
Vince played with him when they were younger.
Okay.
And then I met her through him.
Gotcha.
Like right after Leo was born. So it was like 7 years ago now. Yeah.
So I know what you and Nat are like. You guys are just like so fun together. That video of you going and surprising her was just like so much fun.
So funny.
Her
Yeah, she like
freaking out.
hit the ground.
It was
I
so
love it.
good. What are JT and Vinny like together? Like what's their
They're
energy?
like, they act like kids. They act like kids. They talk like kids. Like they act like kids. It's very interesting. Like I don't even know how to explain it. They act like children together. And they like cook together, and then like, JT will give them tips, and like they're like, I don't know how to explain
Tips
it.
on cooking?
Tips on cooking. Vince is like, he's a pretty good cook, but he's like learning some more grilling stuff, and so JT will come over and like give him all these tips, and they'll grill together, like kind of like they're married. I don't know. They have a weird relationship. I don't know how to explain it. They've known each other for so long, so like they talk to each other like they're like little kids.
So Vince teaches JT the Italian like dishes, and JT teaches Vince how to grill.
How to
Barbecue.
meat.
Do you have any like specific stories of them just like acting like kids that just like kind of stands out?
Really, when they were living with us, and it was before even Natalie got here, because JT was here for like maybe a couple weeks, a week and a half or so. And they were grilling, like in and out, running to the grill, coming back. Like one of them, I feel like was shirtless at one point. Like it was like chaos, but like, running in and out and just cooking, like yelling and how to make like all these different butters and stuff. Like, I don't know. I was just recording it. I was like, yes, this is my dream. I have so much food.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Oh,
I love it. I
just
love
running
it.
on adrenaline of excitement, probably.
Yeah, I think it was pure chaos for JT. He like got in our kitchen. He's like, I don't even know what's happening still. I can't believe I'm here. Like, he was
surreal.
just, why? Yeah. I was like, you can settle now. It's okay.
That's so cute. Okay, playing in New York. I always have questions about like New York and Rangers, and I've heard stories about how some players ride the subway to the game, sometimes like some pregame nap downtown because of traffic. Like I want the ins and outs of playing for the Rangers.
Yeah.
And routines, and how often do you go into the city? Things like that.
So I go to as many games as I can. My son's on a new hockey team now, though he's a little bit more busy than he was. So I try to go as much as I can, especially during the week. But we can only have one car in the city, in the garage. So Vince drives. He like can't not drive. So he drives, and I either take a car service or I take the train. But the train's pretty easy. He sleeps in the city the whole day. So he goes down. They have practice out here, and then he'll drive straight to the city and eat and take a nap there. So every day is like an away day game.
Wow.
Yeah, it's pretty hectic. Some of the people that live downtown either walk or they drive.
And so how far is the drive for you guys from your house?
It's like an hour and 15 usually.
Okay.
Yeah, so
pretty
for
far.
what people don't really know is that most of the teams with family live in Connecticut.
Yeah. We're in Westchester, so like we're pretty much like the closest to the rink, and it's still like an hour and 20. It's chaos. It's chaos. When we were in Carolina and Florida, you could like go for like a period or two and then come. Well, Florida's a little bit further, but you could still go home and like when you had the young kids. But here's like you're in the city, you're there the whole time. You get home like 11:30 because it's a little bit shorter on the way home, but it's like it's a whole production every time. It's crazy. When we first got here, Vince was like, "We're gonna get an apartment in the city. I can't do this every game day," but he's gotten used to it now.
Yeah. And so taking the kids to games, like you're eyeing like day games on the weekends or just like a Saturday night. Would you ever do y'all ever stay downtown and like make it
We
a
don't
thing?
stay. No.
you just always
no,
come back?
Come back, yeah. Like I'm taking them tonight. I take them when my son doesn't have hockey. So they'll go tonight and they'll have to go to school in the morning. That's like they have to go to school, make them.
Yeah.
But yeah, no, my son's obsessed with it. So it's like so hard to keep him from it.
Totally.
Yeah, and my daughter like thinks it's like a big thing all about her the whole time, so she loves it too. But yeah, it's a lot going to like it's like a whole. You have to like really ramp yourself up.
Oh, no doubt. I mean,
journey.
like you're leaving to get to warm ups on time, right?
Yeah,
from
like
school
I'm
pickup.
leaving at 4:45. Yeah.
Yeah.
So do some of the younger guys live downtown then now?
Yeah. Yeah, I think there's like 5 or 6 of them that are down there, but mostly everybody's up here.
I'd always wondered that because I'd heard the different things about taking trains and all of that. Because you think New York City and you're just like, I mean, the Rangers, it's iconic and it's worth every second of, the sacrifice or whatever that time travel and things like that. And
Yeah, when you walk in, it's like it's the best. I mean, our family
It's-
room's awesome. Like we're treated so well, and it's just like it's really fun once you get there. But like
Yeah.
getting there is like
yeah. Oh,
I was
Yeah.
going to ask what the vibe of the wives' room was. Is it like packed and busy when you guys are
It's
all
pretty
there?
packed. Yeah, they have a lot of people. It's not just like players, families. It's kind of like everybody that works for the team ish, like coaches and everybody. Everybody's all in one room. I think the coaches can go to like some separate room, but mostly everybody's hanging out in our room. And it gets really busy. Like, and the kids are big. I have, at least my son's big. Like we have a couple big kids, and they're playing hockey. I mean, it's like chaos, but it's really, I don't know, it's really fun. The kids love it. So
nice. Well,
Yeah.
fun Monday night set up for
Yeah.
the Trochecks. I love that.
Okay, so we got a lot of questions about going back to the big Italian family. We got a lot of questions about his grandma cooking for the team. So does that happen? Was that a one-time thing, or like does
So
that happen?
it's happened a couple times. It happened when he was playing in Carolina, and it happened here. We rent our house out right now in Pittsburgh, so we usually do it at our house when they're in town. So we haven't been able to do that because somebody's living there right now. But she absolutely loves it. She cooks like everything that she's good at. I mean, and she makes sure everybody eats. Like she has like a couple favorite players. Like who was it?
Wow.
I think it was like Mika. It was somebody that like wasn't there on like was coming a little bit later because they were like they had somebody else to see, and she like set a plate aside because she didn't want everybody to eat it because she's like, you're my favorite player. Like this is all for you. Like she's so funny. I think it was somebody.
I
think
think
it was
the
Mika.
sweetest thing ever.
Oh.
Yeah,
my
she
God.
absolutely loves that. It's like her. Yeah, it's like her Super Bowl. Yeah.
And tell us the hits. What's she making?
Oh, she makes rice balls. She makes this really, really thin steak, pizzio, it's called, chicken parm. Oh, everything. She makes these little fried meatballs that she like passes out while she's cooking.
Oh my gosh, that sounds amazing.
Yeah,
and just
it's
adorable.
so good. And like gnocchi, she'll make homemade gnocchi. Like it's so good. It's now I crave it. It's so
Players
good.
must just die for you
Yeah.
guys.
Yeah, they love that.
That's
Lovely.
the
And was that her
sweetest.
idea or was that Vincent's idea?
I think it was Vince's idea one time. I think she's offered it a few times, and then one time he's like, let's just do it. And pretty much everybody came. One of the times they came, they all bought wine, like a ton of bottles of wine, and they didn't drink like any of it. So I had all this wine. It was
Perfect.
it was like right before Christmas.
Yeah.
Right before Christmas one year. And I was like, do you need to take this with you? And they're like, we can't take it with us. Like you guys just, I was
Yeah.
like, yes. It was like perfect.
Perfect.
Great. So what did Vince take best from her cooking wise? Like what's his best takeaway from her?
He can't really cook Italian very well.
Oh.
Oh.
Yeah, no, he's
take.
more like he's more like on the grill. No, I've been really trying to learn from her. I'll record her and like she measures everything with her hand, so I'll like put her hand in a cup, like whatever's in her hand, put it in a cup to try to like measure it and
Oh, wow.
write it down. I really try to learn as much as I can because I love to cook. Like I try to cook just like her. I've done her rice balls. That's like a huge one. We have to know. Like we have
Yeah.
to document all this stuff. No, he can't cook Italian. And for the longest time he's like half gluten free. So like sometimes we don't even eat like
Yeah.
good Italian. We eat, like crap Italian. Yeah. No, he can't cook Italian.
But that's so special that you're learning from her then. That is
Yeah.
like
Yeah,
So
I have so many notes. I really try. I call her and like ask her questions, and she like can't really hear me, and she like screams it all over the phone. I'm like trying to write it down, and she'll call me back and ask me how it was. Yeah, she's awesome.
Oh, that's so cool. Okay, keeping it in the family. I currently have an 18-year-old on this team living with us, and you had Willie Cooley.
Yeah, Will Cooley. This was actually his room.
Oh.
This office was his room, right next to our room.
Speaking of,
So how was that for you guys?
That was pretty wild. Vince like found out he was in like some crappy hotel. I don't know what the situation was, but he told him he could come stay. And I don't think he like said you can come like live. I don't know how that conversation went, but he like came with his Vince like he's gonna spend the night. I was like, okay, fine. And he came with all of his bags. And I like immediately ran to my room. I'm like, and I hadn't really met him yet. I was like, what is happening right now? He's like, I'm not really sure. I think he might be I think he's going to live with us. I'm like, oh God. But like had no idea. Like this was Vince's mom's guest room. We give like my mom one, her.
Mm-hmm.
And she like designed it. It was so purple. And like the bed was like it was like beautiful for Rita. And I was like, I'm so sorry, you don't have a room anymore. Like this kid is living with us. Yeah, that was crazy. I hid in my room. I was like, wait a minute. Wait, we have not talked about this at all. Yeah.
so he ended up staying for the rest of the year?
The whole season. Yeah.
Oh,
He stayed the whole season. Yeah.
So did
Yep.
we came to terms with it pretty
Yeah.
fast, I'm sure.
Yeah, the kids loved it. He's a great guy. So it was not bad at all. Made me like more fun to cook for everybody because there was more people eating. Like he cooked for us a couple times, took us to dinner. It was actually pretty cool. Like we didn't mind it at all. And if he would have stayed another season, it wouldn't have been a problem. But he needed to spread his wings and get a place and grow up a little. But Vince's one rule, he couldn't like have any girls anywhere near the house. Like I don't know what he did.
Yeah. The hiding thing resonates with me because now I'm caught off guard because Michael lives with us. Sometimes that means like the others will just show up unsolicited.
Yeah.
And I'll be, you're never looking your best.
No. Yeah, that was the hardest. Like always having to be like completely like ready to walk out. Like yeah. Or like if you forget a towel and you're like I forgot a towel. Like, I'm like, what do I close the doors, everyone? I need to go and grab a towel. That was tough. Like he probably saw the ugliest versions of me for sure.
Yes.
Like he's probably like, oh my God, I'm never gonna get married. Like, or like the kids, like yell at the kids, or like they're little shit sometimes. I'm like, I can't actually yell at them. He's gonna think I'm psycho. So that was interesting. We were oh my God.
I always think about
Yeah,
that.
I
Like
get
if we had somebody live with, like I'm like, I would love to. I am such like that. My heart is like built for hospitality, but 24/7. And then with the kids, I would be like, when Jeff walks in the door, I'm like, pull your weight, buddy. Like this is the ship is sinking.
Yes, like oh my gosh.
So
even talking to like him, like even talking to Vince, like I was the nicest I've ever been, I think.
That's probably why our husbands are like, this person should live with us.
Yeah, seriously. Someone can witness the abuse.
And also somebody to hang out with the guys too. But the other day when Michael came back, I had just gone out of the sauna, so I was like just the worst version of myself.
Rat.
Yeah.
Like, welcome home. Like,
Yeah. And they're like so young too. Like, oh yeah.
I think it's great. I think that's like the most special part of hockey. I was talking with a football family the other day. Her husband played in the NFL. And we were talking about billet families and things like that and how it starts pretty young in the hockey world. And she was like, wait, what? And I'm like, yeah. And then like in the NHL, a lot of rookies live with veterans or, young couples that, don't, like Jeff lived with a young couple in Edmonton. And it's some of the best moments and memories and friendships that you cannot forge because it's just, they're made within your house and you just learn to love each other real quick.
Yeah. Yeah. My kids definitely love him. They adore him. Anytime they see him on like in warm-ups and stuff, they love him.
That's sweet.
Yeah.
Fans
But he'd like say funny like young people terms and you have
right.
no idea what the hell he's saying. Like
he was
looking it up.
conversing with your kids. Like,
Yes, like him and Leo like could have a conversation. He's like, like something about Riz. I don't even know what the word was. I'm like, what are you saying? Don't teach him that.
I would be so worried that like my kids wouldn't allow the player to rest properly, or like they would just like be up
there's
all
a
in
lot
their
of knee
business.
honky.
Yeah, I would be worried for that part. But anyways, we have to ask you. You are this equestrian woman. I don't even know the proper terms. I'm sorry. You love horses. You
Yes.
are a national champion
Yes.
in riding horses. Like, where did this come from? Like,
Oh,
did you
I've
start
had
this in
horses.
Saginaw?
Yes, I was
Okay.
like 3 years old when my parents got me my first horse, maybe 4. And
They
I've had
loved
them my
you
whole
a
life.
lot.
Yeah, yeah, yeah. Yeah, wow. Yeah, now we have a few. We have babies coming. Yeah, I that's like my real. I mean, this is like turned into like a huge passion, but that's like my heart. Like I love that. There's nothing that makes me happier than when I'm riding. With my kids, obviously, but like them aside.
Yeah. Your own,
Yeah.
like your own
Yeah.
thing.
Yes.
Babies coming? Baby horses?
Yeah, yeah, we're having a
wait,
baby,
where
but
are
not
the
real
horses?
baby. They're all in Pittsburgh. They're all in
Okay.
Pittsburgh.
Okay.
They were we had some in Carolina, we had some in Michigan, and then now they're all finally in one spot.
And so do you go, like you ride a lot in the summer? Is that what you do?
Yep. I try to go a couple times a week, and then my show season pretty much starts like May-ish, depending on when we like our first show is, but May usually. So I'll start going down, or I'll start flying in a couple of times before that and try to
How do
like
you
get
find the
in
time?
shape. It's it's literally like during the day. Like I come back, go during the day, and come back that same night. It's pretty hectic.
Come on. So you
yeah.
go and you're training for these shows. I'm sorry. I'm not educated in this field of things, but you're going and you're practicing, like what are you doing on the horses? What's the term?
This is like the way I like my horse breed or whatever is much different than like around here. It's big hunter jumpers and dressage. Like they jump over things, like do patterns and stuff. Ours are like you go in an arena and you like want to look the best, basically. Like you want to show off that the horse's training and like their looks and like how they're bred, basically. It's like really weird. It's like a glorified dog show, but like it's the weirdest thing to explain.
That's what it sounds
Okay.
like.
No, that makes sense.
like exactly. But like I feel really dumb saying that. Not that dog shows are dumb, but like
No.
it's not just, I don't know. Yeah, but you go and like you're just practicing like making them do exactly what they need to, like they have to be perfect all the time, and you're like constantly like you're doing things with your legs, your arms, like listening to your trainer, getting in shape. It's like the weird muscles that you like don't use unless you're riding. So yeah, try to go and get in shape and like learn where my horse is at. I have younger horses, so they change a lot, and it's like almost like I'm getting on a new one every time I come. So it's challenging. It'll be nice when we're all like in one place together.
Yeah. Have you ever gotten Vince on a horse?
Yeah, when we were younger, when we were in high school, he would get on a little bit.
How did he take? Because horses, they like read your energy and like, right? Is that a true statement?
Where you going with this?
They
Well,
do.
like,
You're right.
was he like scared? You know, you could tell right away if like this professional athlete can ride a horse or not.
He didn't really act like he was scared, but he hasn't been on one since. So I'm sure, I don't know if he's like into it at all. Like, yeah, I think it definitely scares him a little bit. God, my horse would just take off like this. Get this guy off me.
Well, Vince, he's a big guy too, right? Like
he's not that tall. He's like what, 5'11",
oh, okay.
stocky.
Taller in pictures.
yeah, right. On the ice looks a little bit bigger.
Interesting. That's so cool. That's awesome that
Do your kids ride?
They a little bit. My son likes it. My daughter's a little bit scared, but she loves to talk about them. She loves to like brush them and stuff. She's a little bit scared to ride.
Yeah.
But I haven't gotten her on as much as I'd like to, because around here it's a whole different way of doing it. And I don't want her. I'm like worried she's gonna fall in love with this way, and I have to be that way. I'm like, there's no way. So
Got it.
I try to get her on in the summer.
Well, that is so cool. I did not know that about you until we were getting ready for this. I'm like, what? Because the people that I do know that are into horses and riding and competing, it is a commitment physically, financially, everything. And I just think it's so impressive that you're a mother and you're doing that and your statement threads and you're there at,
It's a
you
little
know,
bit
an hour and a
crazy.
half away MSG
Yeah.
every night. You can be. That's just.
And we got to
you
go to
are-
Italy for a little bit.
Yeah,
so.
we're going to
Yeah.
throw in the Olympics.
Yeah, I was gonna go down and take some lessons before that. I told my trainer, I'm like, I can't. I have to. When I get back from there, it's game on.
Yeah.
But yeah, it's tough having them away. But yeah, it's a lot. There's a lot going on. But like I operate better that like
Yep.
in chaos. I think if like I don't have something going before I started all of this, like doing the laundry or just like doing nothing all day, I was like, I'm gonna lose my mind. I can't. I like lost my mind. So I operate much better when I'm fully loaded. Apparently.
Yeah. I
great.
speak that same language,
Yeah.
You both,
apparently.
you both do for sure. Okay, so we're going to wrap things up with a few quick hitters, just some questions about you guys. And then I have a very special fan question that we'll end with
Oh God.
from somebody that you know quite well.
What is your and Vince's guilty pleasure TV show?
Really whatever is like out. We don't watch any reality TV and we don't watch any horror shows. So we're not that picky, but we don't. Yeah, just whatever's out. He doesn't like anything girly. It can't be like anything like a love movie. It has to be like intense. He likes intense, like mind thinking.
Yeah.
Whatever.
Yeah.
I think the guilty, I'm just fishing for like Love Island or something.
Yeah,
know what I
no,
mean?
yeah.
When I
No.
say
No
that.
takers in the
Sorry.
Trocheck house.
Yeah. No reality TV here.
Okay, all right.
Yeah.
What about when you can, your favorite date night in the city?
Ooh, we actually really love quality Italian and quality meats.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
I have that on my list. Kat, next
It's
time.
just so good. And
we're
it's
in
not
town.
crazy hard to get into. Like the places are so intimidating, but yeah,
Yeah.
love that.
Best thing you've attended at MSG other than a Rangers game?
Oh, the Harry Styles concert when
Good
we
one.
first got here.
Ooh,
Yeah. That was sweet.
I love that.
Did you guys go as like the girls on the team? Did y'all go couples?
No, we went with the True Buzz, and we were in the owner suite, and I saw Bon Jovi. Like I saw some famous people. Vince, like, you need to act cool. Like this, I was like walking in. I'm like, oh my god, it's the first time I've ever been in MSG too.
Yeah.
It was like right when we first moved here. We didn't even have furniture in this house, and we got a babysitter. I don't know how we did it, but yeah, it was really cool. Saw a lot of famous people that night.
Awesome.
I was like freaking out.
Yeah, welcome to New York.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Is the team good about like if you guys want to go to the concerts and stuff like that?
Yeah. Mhm,
Yeah.
Really helpful. Yeah. They make it
Lovely.
easy. Yeah.
I mean, that's a great place to have a hookup at.
Yeah.
So nice.
seriously.
Yeah.
Do you have a starstruck moment? And what about Vince?
No, Vince never acts like anybody is like, he's always just chill. Mine was Bon Jovi. I was like blown away.
Yeah.
I was really blown away. I know. Like probably just, well, yeah, I don't know.
I mean, that's
That
like
was
a
pretty
big
cool.
one. That's like a big
Yeah.
star to see in your
Yeah.
suite. So
Yeah, like right next to me. And I was like, wait, that guy looks really familiar. And it like took
Yeah.
a second. I
Yeah.
was like taking pictures and sending it
Yeah.
to my mom. He's like, put your phone away.
Stay cool. Stay cool.
Yes, stay cool.
Okay. How would you describe Vince's style?
Guido is a bad way to say it. You can't have that on there. It's like Italian. I don't know how to explain it. He's like
We can't cut that.
Italian. I don't know how to like. He's really like. I don't know how to explain it. Really dramatic with his outfits.
Not Jersey Shore, but more
Not
like
Jersey Shore, but like a higher class Italian, like ready. I don't know how to explain it. Like double breasted, like just so many. He likes like fur. Yeah, it's he's like
I
loud.
love it.
Yeah, he's-
we will be watching his Italian fits at the
Yeah.
Olympics.
Oh my god. Yeah. Yeah.
I hope that they allow this style to be seen through. Don't the athletes there usually just wear like polo?
They like told him not to bring much at all. They have like all of this stuff planned for them. They have a whole list of things. So it'll be interesting to see what he actually brings.
I mean,
Yeah.
you will get some sick polo merch. So
I
feel
feel
like
like
that.
we have to have one moment of our Italian Vinny.
Yeah. He
In
needs
his home
three
country.
piece. Yeah. And yeah. Seriously.
Not really home country, you know what I mean?
Yeah.
It is. I mean, he's
Yeah. The homeland.
yeah.
Yeah.
That was a great. Just
We're gonna bring it
Truthful.
back down to something easy.
yeah. Let's go to something normal. What's your coffee order?
I don't drink coffee. I don't like coffee.
Oh wow.
It's very weird.
Same.
Yeah. I don't like
tea-
coffee. Vince is
matcha?
obsessed, but I do like matcha. But I won't like go and get a coffee.
Okay, do you love
ever.
like a crispy Diet Coke? Like, do you need caffeine?
No.
You run on adrenaline.
It's adrenaline, literally, just like survival mode. But
She's
yeah.
pure. I used to be one of those purebreds, and now I'm addicted to coffee. Like,
I like keep trying to get addicted to coffee. I'm like, is this gonna help me? And like, I'll get one, and I never drink it. Like Vince doesn't even ask me if I want one anymore because he knows like I just won't drink it.
Question: as a fellow non-coffee drinker, can you have an espresso martini?
I love an espresso martini.
You-
I can have I can have many of those. I
see,
love
you're
them.
on your way. You're well
Yeah.
on your way.
Yeah.
If you
I'll
can
just start having those every day.
that makes me feel so much better because when somebody asks me, they're like, "You've never had coffee?" I'm like, "Well, I suppose I've had it in an espresso
Yeah.
martini, I guess."
Yep. Yep.
Yeah.
No, I like that.
Yeah,
It's like
same.
sweeter.
Yeah.
you as a fan, are you calm, cool, and collected, or like grabbing somebody's knee beside you?
Yeah, no, I'm not that calm. I try to be because my son gets mad, but when people scream like "Troach, you suck," but from behind me, I don't like that. No, I
Oh.
get a little bit fiery,
Yeah.
or like I scream at the TV. Yeah, I get
Well, you're
intense.
married to an Italian. You're
Yeah.
gonna show some passion, right?
yeah,
Those New York fans don't know
Yeah.
it.
yeah.
That's
Yeah.
funny. So, do you have kind of like that? Do you have superstitions?
Not really. No,
Does Vincent?
he did when we were younger, but now he says he does not at all.
Okay.
He was like crazy before. He used to text me the same thing every day, every game day. Now it's like nothing.
Oh, so he shook that. Wow, that's
Yeah,
impressive.
he's like doesn't believe in it, but I'm sure there's still things that he does that I don't know. But yeah, no,
Yeah, he probably hides some. I feel like
Yeah.
Ty hides some from me.
yeah,
So,
yeah.
It's
He
all
likes to-
part of routine
yeah, it's
now.
routine.
You know? Okay. What is a hobby that Vincent does that would shock everybody? That like
He does a crossword every single morning. It's not even a hobby. Every single day he does that.
Yeah.
No,
He
that's-
golfs. He doesn't do anything else crazy though. Yeah,
I love that.
He's very into his New York Times crosswords.
I love that. That's a mental great thing
Yeah.
to start your day. Actually,
He's
like
always working on his brain. It's like he's very, yeah, he's always working on his brain.
that's awesome. That's like
I love that.
really awesome.
Mm-hmm.
One word friends would use to describe you.
I would hope like caring. Everybody says like, I don't know, I care too much, but probably caring, I guess. I
I
don't know.
can see that.
I don't think that's.
I think that's a great one. I can
Yeah.
see how you, because I mean, just from your mindset of like, you're already like, you already have so much on your plate for Olympics, but you're like, nope, I want to do something. I want to do some cute pieces. Like, you're always thinking about everybody else, it seems like.
Yeah.
Do you have a word to describe Vincent? This is tough. I ask this as if I wouldn't think that this is tough for myself. You know, like it's easy to be the
I
asker.
don't know. He's like, I don't know how to explain it. It's like intense. Like, I don't know. Like, sometimes you approach him and he's like totally relaxed, and sometimes you approach him and you're like, who the hell are you? Like, it's like, he likes to say he's really calm, but he's not calm. He's not that calm. I don't know. It's intense. I feel like he's intense.
Fun, intense.
Yeah,
I love that.
he's gonna kill me.
He's not gonna kill you. He's gonna love it. Again, I don't know what word I would say about Tyler. You know, like it's just like
Yeah.
pretty funny.
He's really caring too. He loves his people. He's really loyal. That's the word. He's extremely loyal. Like you can't mess with his people. Like loyal is the word.
oh,
Love that. Okay, best part, we kind of touched on it, but let's hit it again. Best part about playing in New York City.
The way the team, it's like the way they handle all of us. Like the treatment is incredible. They think about everything.
That's
Yeah.
awesome. Love
Yeah.
a good organization.
Yeah.
What are you most excited for in Italy?
The food and the wine. The wine first, and then the food.
Oh my God, you're gonna have just like the best time ever. I can't we're gonna follow along with the 12 Italian family members going to the games.
Yes. Yeah, it's gonna be wild. Yeah.
I can't wait.
I can't wait.
We are so
Okay.
excited for you. Kat's going to end with the
Final fan question that I decided to go rogue this morning and ask from a fan called her name is Natalie Miller.
God.
And she said if she was to marry another Ranger, why is it JT Miller?
Because he can cook meat, I guess. Oh, he can cook. Oh my God. Yeah. We make a lot of jokes. He's my other husband. So that's really funny. It's really funny.
That's hilarious.
You guys have a good thing going. So
Definitely. I love friendships within the league. Obviously, I'm partial to ours, and seeing other people is just connections, and it just makes everything more fun. But thank you again for coming on today. We are so excited to chat with you, and you're just such a ray of light, and cannot wait to follow y'all to Italy. It is going to be amazing.
It's going to be wild.
And just enjoy every moment of it.
Thank you, guys. Yeah. This was fun.
So nice to chat. Mwah. All right. We love her. She's amazing. I mean, Natalie told us. Yeah. Natalie told us.
Yeah. When Natalie Miller gave us. She was also, I don't even think we touched on this in the intro, like, Hillary has been highly requested in our Ask, whatever fan requests. So glad we got that. That she's just so light and fun and amazing.
And just fun insight from like Rangers. Like you and I always have questions about places we've never.
I've always been curious about playing in. I mean, I think we all have whenever we've been like potentially traded or free agent. You think of these things of like, what's it like living? Do the guys it actually being like an away game every game? Is very interesting.
That is a funny thing. Whenever people are when you're about to get traded, you start texting all your friends on the other teams
all the rumored thoughts.
Yeah, the rumors.
And then you go real far and you already get on Zillow and you're where could I be living on Fifth Ave?
Like Julie and I, we've been to so many teams that now we are that text that people send.
Yeah, I'm like, you want to live here, here, and here. Stay away from this. Like,
we get the texts now, and who knows what the future will hold. But okay, so Misa's back, and I have a funny story for you.
How did he feel about you airing his dirty laundry? No pun intended. Last episode.
That's the great thing about him. He thinks everything that we're talking about is funny, So it's. I told him it's kind of like the thing where like you don't want him to find out by word of mouth that I was showing his teeny little sweater that he shrunk. That's kind of weird. So I told him, and he was dying laughing. I need to get a picture of him with it. It is so freaking funny. It's like a little bra on him. It's funny. But side note on that sweater, we're gonna gift that to Rio Wenberg. So now funny. Yeah, we're gonna see if it fits Felicia's son, because it's still a really nice sweater. He just like perfectly shrunk it to like a 5-year-old, whatever.
No doubt. I shrunk one of Jeff's Rag and Bone sweaters, and it's mine now. So
yeah, right.
It can be repurposed.
So I came home the other day, and he was sitting with Tyler like to have dinner for the first time back, whatever. And I first saw Stella, and I was like, in puppy voice, I was like, "Hi, baby," to Stella, and he goes, "Hey." And I was like, "No, Michael, that was for Stella. That wasn't for you."
No. It wasn't Tyler going, "Hey."
No, it was Michael. And but I didn't say anything. Like, we just let it be. So yeah, I just let that be.
That's hilarious.
And, yeah. So, "Hi, baby." Hey. I was like, okay.
Tyler's like,
we all just let it slide and just continued as normal in the Toffoli household.
Oh my gosh, that's so funny. Well, glad he's back. Get back to cooking.
I know. It's actually lovely to have him back, and again, lovely to have all the guys.
Well, they're going on the
again.
road, so I guess you get off the hook.
Yeah, and he's going too, so I'm not solo alone on this road trip with him like I was the whole last season or past season. But okay, last thing before we wrap up, fantasy football is done. Sorry, won? Julie.
Did you win?
Yeah, I didn't win.
Cheating.
No, you and I were in the third place against each other.
We were. See, I totally just dropped off the face of the planet during playoffs. I was rolling. I was on it. You beat me.
Yeah, sorry. So I got to send that text to the girls after this.
Who won?
Pandora Vanderpump won. One of my very close friends who her family's known for doing glitzy pink things.
Yeah.
And she is just a sick fantasy football player.
Yeah.
And so it's pretty funny.
Shows anybody can play. Well,
and then
congrats.
the last part, the last place team, because we never know if you do the last place person in regular season or postseason. Sometimes some people play differently. And Jackie beat Anastasia again. So Jackie, I know.
We really could have had her. We really could have bullied her on.
I know. I was like, maybe we bend the rules because we're going to have Anastasia on probably anyway. So maybe we'll bend the rules there.
That's
but,
awesome.
Yeah.
Well, congrats. Well deserved since you paid attention to playoffs.
I just looked before this to make sure.
Yeah.
I knew that we were in the third place together, and I knew Pandy and Alicia were together, but I didn't actually know. So we were for a place. So go us, even though we came in first and second in the.
You're very
season.
positive. I'm a loser. That's all you can say. If you don't place, you're, if you're not first, you're last. Is that what Ricky Bobby says?
Yes, I will be sending that text right after this. So just get ready.
Everybody's gonna be like, okay, we know, Kat, you rigged it again.
You get your money back, Kat.
Yeah. Anything to get your money back, Kat. Yeah. Kidding. It's all fun and games until next year. Thanks for listening again today. Make sure to go back and listen to previous episodes. We have a killer lineup from the beginning of this season. And subscribe, do all the things wherever you listen to your podcasts. And thanks for listening to Never Offside.
Thank you.